few things that occurred to me with this DLC is some things happen very basically in pretty much every world you make. For example, on the main road, there is going to be a tree falling on a certain day or certain range of days. And you got an event saying that you need to remove the tree. Otherwise, the traffic can't pass, you can't get anything. That's one of the things I've noticed that comes back regularly. Not annoying, but it feels repetitive. One thing that also happens in a lot of your worlds you're gonna make with this DLC on is that the roads will go bad at one point. Like the traffic will be slower, you'll get stuff slower, and the roads will also have this visual that they look bad. This will fix itself over time, there's nothing you can do about it. Next up, the weather. It's not too bad, it's not predictable without the weather station. It does show what it could do since I do have the weather station in here. But I've not experienced a super freeze yet. I did have a heat wave at one point. It was, well, annoying because if you have any radiators, you just need to turn them off. Otherwise, it's going to be even warmer. But then again, you could just click this button, tell everyone to stay indoors, and everyone will stay inside, and they will not be at risk as much of a heat wave, a thunderstorm, or anything like that. Now, talking about thunderstorms, one did occur at one point in this prison as well. But they don't seem that dangerous. They didn't strike the prison. I think if they struck the prison, they'd probably set fire. So that could be very annoying. But it hasn't happened to me yet. Also for the weather, it just starts day one with weather changes all the time. Like heat waves occur more often than freezes. I think could also be because I haven't reached winter yet. So that's probably when a super freeze would happen. And it probably frees all your water lines. So for that you can insulate your water pump, your boilers, and also the pipes. Rat infestation. Now this is probably the most annoying event in the entire DLC, because the game will pop up saying, hey, you have a rat problem, fix it. So what I did, went to programs for the staff and started pest control training. Now a lot of guys have already passed, so I've started placing rat traps, but it doesn't seem to work. There's a rat trap here, there's also one in the cell block. There's one in the kitchen, one outside of the kitchen. They've been catching rats, but they haven't been getting rid of them at all. Started placing them down when there were about 45 rats in the prison. Now there's 7. What also comes with the rats is food poisoning, because the rats will go to the kitchen, go to the canteen, and attack your food pretty much and make it diseased. So there's a few prisoners that have food poisoning. They could probably get checked on by a doctor or go there if there need be. Now for the rats as well, they also attack your power lines. So the second they come in, you're gonna notice the power is gonna go out quite a lot, as you can tell. You have to rebuild them. There's also these cables that will protect them from possible rat attacks. But you do need to do electrician training so they can be placed. Also, without temperature turned on in the create new prison menu, I think a lot of the DLC would be gone, because the main thing you're dealing with is the weather for a large part of the building process mainly. So if you have temperature turned off, the only thing weather-wise that could affect you is lightning strikes, and not heat, cold, anything in between, clouds. Clouds also influence how effectively your green power sources are. Like if it's cloudy, the solar panels won't be as effective. If it's a bit windy, then the windmills will do better. There will be a big minus on a power generation way from the green power sources negatively affected by the weather. There'll be a big green plus if it's positively affected by the weather. Everything summed up, I think it's an okay DLC. I'm not too fond of it, but I'll look into it more, maybe to find problems for how to get rid of rats faster and maybe deal with the weather a bit better, and also the new programs that are in. Definitely requires some getting used to, also for the grants. It's not entirely clear as to how I can get rid of rats as fast as possible. That could have been a bit of a better explanation from inside of the game, I'd say. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this, maybe check out this walkthrough series I'm doing on the regular Prison Architect game without any DLCs. Sure you'll like it.